name is Kainson and welcome to another video on transformer architecture, and today we are going to be talking about the difference between self-attention and cross-attention in transformer architecture. I've set up this simple model here. So this is a simplified transformer model. It doesn't contain a few things like layer normalization and other residual connection, but it doesn't matter. This model simplified is enough for you to understand the difference between self-attention and cross-attention. For you to understand cross-attention, you also need some knowledge of self-attention or basic attention, and you can watch that in the previous video I made before now. And you also need some basic knowledge of the transformer architecture. Basically, you need knowledge of this almighty formula for transformers, or almighty formula for attention that says that QKT over roots D, and we are taking the soft max and we are multiplying by V. So you need some kind of basic understanding of what is happening here, and I already explained this in my previous tutorial. Please check it out. Let's now talk about self-attention versus cross-attention, and take note at this point that we have the encoder section and we have the decoder section. Cross-attention happens here in the decoder section. Self-attention happens here. However, self-attention also happens in the decoder section. Let's now break it down step by step and let's understand how it works. Okay, so let's see. So here we have, let's start with the encoder, right? So in the encoder section, we have the embeddings going in. So we can have some input sequence that says, I love cats. And this is converted into embeddings, let's say 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. Okay? So these embeddings, it goes into, from the input embeddings, it goes into the multi-head attention here, self-attention, not cross-attention. Self-attention goes into the feed-forward layer, and then it provides, going into the decoder block, we now have the enriched vector is going to be like 0.34, let's just make up something, and we have 0.952, and we have 0.143. So we map this input embeddings vector is mapped into the enriched context vector, what you see right here. Now this is what is going out from the encoder block onto the decoder block, right? That is clear. So the input embeddings goes through transformation. We are going to talk about this later, but let's focus on attention. We have this enriched context vector going into the decoder. Self-attention in the encoder completes at this point. Now we are saying that in cross-attention, the decoder is going to append to some of the sequence from the encoder block. But how does it work? Now, the procedure says in computing attention, we have three items: the keys, the queries, and the values, which are calculated based on the weight matrices. So let's try to understand it, and then that can help us understand cross-attention. So the first thing we do in attention mechanism, we calculate our keys, queries, and values. So we calculate Q, K, and V. Right? We calculate Q, K, V. And we also have the weight matrices. Now, this is important. In the encoder block, we have the weight matrices. The encoder block is more like, also like a neural network. So it has, not exactly the same, but it has weights, right? So it has also, here we have WQ, we have WK, and we have WV. So let's call this WQ E for the encoder, WKE and WVE. Now this is right here, and also in the decoder block we also have WQ, we have WK, and we have WV. Right? And this is in this case we have D, right? For D. Right. Now When we are doing this calculation in the decoder, we are trying to derive our QKV. We are going to use both the weights from the encoder block and the weights from the decoder block and the weights from the encoder block. That is why it is cross-attention, because we are not just using these weights here, we're also using these ones. But how do we combine these two weights? Are we going to calculate this twice? No. This is the secret. So for the queries, the queries is calculated using the embeddings from the decoder block. So take note that in this attention mechanism here, this is where cross-attention is happening. And this is here we have self-attention happening, right? So for now, close your eyes to this one. Just take note that embeddings is coming from into this block here, right? The same way embeddings is coming from the encoder here. So we have 1, we have 2. So 2 sets of embeddings is coming here as well. 2 sets of embeddings coming here. We have 2 sets of weights from the encoder and from the decoder, right? Clear? Okay. Now, the cross-attention is saying that in calculating the Q values, in deriving the queries, the decoder is going to use, in deriving the queries, the decoder is going to use these embeddings here and is going to use this weight here. So the weights right here from the decoder is going to be used to calculate the queries. So that's why here we have, let's call this D. So for the queries, we use the decoder embeddings and the decoder weights. Okay? Now for the keys and the values, these queries we've derived is going to append to tokens coming from the encoder. And that is why for these queries to append to inputs from the encoder, we are going to use the keys and queries from the encoder, and that means to calculate this key and the keys and the values. To calculate these keys and the values, we are going to use this weight right here. So we are going to use these two. And that is how we have this to be from the encoder, and this will be from the encoder. This is the secret of cross-attention. So in this case, the decoder is having its own query, but it's appending to the keys and the values, using the keys and the values from the encoder, and to calculate the keys and the values, meaning that it's appending to tokens from the encoder block to get enriched information coming from the encoder to be able to make the prediction. So this is the basics of cross-attention. We are going to go to the system to do this practically after now, but I would like to stop here, hoping you understand how it works. I remain Kindson, and if this video has been informative, please leave me a comment, also subscribe and also like this video, and hopefully we see you in the next part.